Welcome back to Peaks to Plains weather. I'm meteorologist Mary Matthews. We got some moisture working into portions of southern Colorado and enough in the way of instability and wind shear in the atmosphere to generate some strong to severe thunderstorms. So we're watching kind of two areas of concern for this afternoon across portions of central Colorado. And you can even see some moisture here across portions of northern Utah, which is all beneficial for some of the ongoing fires in the region. You can see those showers kind of pushing west to east here across southern Colorado as they encounter All right, welcome back to Peaks to Plains weather. We are looking at a few strong storms that are moving into portions of eastern Colorado right now that are bringing a sizable hail core across the region. So I'm going to go through that with you really quick. If you're joining us around Hasty, Colorado, this is an active severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 6 p.m. So for another 8 minutes. The worst of that hail core looks to be sliding to the north of Los Animas right now. We are looking at the hail core kind of falling apart just a little bit, but still has the possibility of 1-inch hail. Again, that's about damaging hail, 1 inch in diameter. That's quarter size hail. And we've had some strong winds as well. You can see the leading edge of this thunderstorm likely pushing out 60+ mile-an-hour winds. And that is just to the north of Hasty. So Hasty may get in on this hail core here over the next 20 minutes or so. You're still included in that. There's a possibility that this warning extends east to include portions of Lamar and Wiley, but right now the National Weather Service will be reassessing that possibility. Haswell, you're just getting in on some rain and some gusty winds, nothing too serious up your way, even though that severe thunderstorm warning does include your region. The worst of the hail is to your south. Just moving north of Los Animas. We have a couple more storms that we're tracking here south of Los Animas right now that are showing an uptick in hail activity, but you can see it's kind of bypassing La Junta and Rocky Ford. We've certainly had some thunder in the region and some darker skies, but those cells have split kind of around Highway 50, just east of Rocky Ford and La Junta, and we'll continue tracking off towards the east. We do have a severe thunderstorm watch in place until 10 o'clock tonight. Let me show you that. That includes all of Lamar, Holly, Prowers County, and even here into portions around Los Animas and up into Sheridan Lake and Cheyenne County and up into Kit Carson County along I-70. So there's a look at that severe thunderstorm watch that is in place until 10 o'clock tonight. I think damaging winds will be our primary concern with these storms as they push into Cheyenne Wells here over the next 30 to 45 minutes. Tracking a forward speed of about 20 miles per hour. So they're moving along at a pretty good clip. So they'll move in and move out pretty fast. Notice we have mainly strong winds here east of Fort Morgan into the eastern plains, and this hail core we're watching very carefully there. So it's kind of growing to our south. So some of the rain pushing just east of Los Animas right now. And a good possibility you could get a little bit of that quarter-sized hail in Hasty here over the next 25 minutes. So just a heads up, if you want to park your car in the garage, now is the time to go ahead and do that. Now back across portions of El Paso County, portions of Teller County, we have a few more storms that are still building off towards our west, and we did get enough sunshine in the region to help kind of recover the atmosphere from the previous storms we had a little bit earlier today. So there's a possibility we could see a few residual showers and storms working in El Paso County after about 6:30 to 7 o'clock this evening. However, I don't suspect those will be severe at all. I don't think we have enough juice, enough instability for these storms to thrive on across the region. We're primarily looking at that lingering severe weather threat here across the eastern plains into the evening time frame. And then I think most of those storms are kind of out of here before 9 o'clock this evening for portions of the eastern plains. Any questions, comments, concerns, just let us know. Lucy is asking, is some of the rain helping with the fire? Yes, as we understand it, some of the heavier rain we got in the region on the southern flank of the Aspen Acres burn scar yesterday did help quite a bit with the fire, but they're still going to be mopping up hot spots and trying to contain that fire probably through the duration of the summertime, and we'll have to watch for the flash flooding concerns in that region as well, not just for the next several weeks, but probably for years to come, as that's 96,000 acres of a burn scar, pretty sizable. It's going to take a while for that ground to start to absorb moisture again. So just coming on and kind of tracking some of this live with you guys. You can see that line, kind of a linear setup here, which really suggests we're looking at primarily a wind threat across the eastern plains. When we say a wind threat, we mean winds in excess of 58 to 60 miles per hour. And that is certainly showing up there just south of Haswell and moving towards Lamar and portions of Los Animas. So Los Animas picking up on a few of those stronger winds across the region right now. So let me show you a little bit more data. You can see where, it's probably some 40 to 50 mile per hour winds moving just east of Los Animas and now tracking towards Hasty. So are we going to pick up on some hail in the Hasty area? It's a good possibility. So right now, you're looking at the worst of that hail just to your north. We still have some possibility of 1.5 inches in diameter, so even higher than an inch, larger than an inch right here, just to the north of Highway 50, kind of which runs perpendicular here, the County Road 15, probably picking up on some larger hailstones, and around Fort Lyon Canal Road. Going to pick up on some of that larger hail as well. So this is going to be tracking your direction, Hasty, here over the next 20 to 25 minutes. So just a heads up in that area. And that's a severe thunderstorm warning will likely get extended. Right now that goes until about 6 o'clock this evening. So 2 minutes left on that severe thunderstorm warning. And the National Weather Service is also confirming the possibility of up to 1 inch hail and 60 mile per hour outflow winds, and then continuing to push off towards Lamar. Now, these storms are diving kind of east-southeast, so it's a good possibility they start to regenerate, form those larger hail cores again, and stronger winds, and then move into Lamar, Holly, Grenada, and some of those locations over the next hour to 2 hours. So just a heads up for strong to severe storms in that region through 10 o'clock tonight. I think most of these storms are out of here before 9 o'clock this evening. But we do expect a few residual showers and storms through about midnight tonight. I just think the severe weather component with these storms will probably be dying off before 10 o'clock tonight. So it's a good possibility that the severe thunderstorm watch is allowed to cancel or expire early. But that'll be up to the Storm Prediction Center out of Norman, Oklahoma. So still tracking some strong storms. You can see that now has been extended into Lamar. New severe thunderstorm warning appropriately now going up for the next 46 minutes to now include Lamar, Wiley, McClave until 6:45 p.m. Hail up to 1 inch in diameter, a quarter size of a quarter in your pocket is about what you can expect around these areas over the next 30 minutes as this moves closer to your region, and winds in excess of 58 to 60 miles per hour will be the primary concerns. Right now, the worst of that hail core is to the north of Los Animas, another hail core building to our south that is moving into a region where strong to severe thunderstorms will still be likely here over the next couple of hours. So that severe thunderstorm watch is in place for the next 4 hours until 10 o'clock tonight to include that potential for large hail and damaging winds. And then those storms will continue to move into western Kansas through the midnight hour. But right now, wind and hail, the primary concern. Now, there is a little bit of rotation out there this evening. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that we get a rogue spin-up tornado along this line. But you can see how linear this setup is. And typically, when that happens, you're not looking at a very high tornado threat. But you are looking at the possibility where you get these little eddies out ahead of the flow that can spawn an isolated tornado or two. So that threat is not high, but it's not zero. So it's there. So if you're just now popping on with us, we've got several severe thunderstorm warnings that kind of encompass this linear setup of these storms. that are pushing west to east across the plains. A severe thunderstorm warning until 7 p.m. here, just up across eastern Colorado, north of I-70, and then to include Kit Carson County along I-70, another severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 6:15 p.m. So Cheyenne Wells, you're not included in that just yet, but you'll likely get included in that with the next warning coming, as these storms will be packing a punch. Strong winds in excess of 60 miles per hour moving through your region. The hail is more prominent here across the southern end of this line of storms, as we said before. And look at this. You can see how the storms now, as they cells split, they're starting to gel together again just south of Los Animas. So we're going to be watching for hail to continue to build to our south of Los Animas right now before pulling into Hasty, Colorado. And I'm going to stay on just to make sure that we don't have anything rogue spin up here, because I feel like I probably should. Before I get back to that, tomorrow we do have another round of a few strong to severe thunderstorms likely in the region. This is a look at Friday. It's a Category 1 with large hail and damaging winds possible. But you'll notice that Category 2 more so is a very small slice of the southeastern plains of Colorado. So that is looking right at Springfield, Baca County, and areas around southern sections of Prowers County right now. Just to give you a little bit of a heads up here, kind of to let's look at this storm, see if we can find it on some of our cameras. So 1 second. I don't know if we've got this. I don't guess we do. Nope, we don't. That's such a shame. Man, I wish we had some cameras out there. We could take a better look at the storm. It doesn't look like we do. I apologize. Okay. All right. So let's take you back to that really fast. And if you got any questions, comments, concerns, pop on and let me know. It's just a nasty line of wind, you know? It really is. Do not have any reports right now. If anyone is around Hasty, let me know. If you have any ground reports, ground truth, pop in on the vmix link that is linked to the top there of the, it's kind of in the caption. It's right here. You can see that. It's usually one of these links at the bottom right there. It's already kind of linked for you. Renee said it was wild on the south side of Pueblo. It was marble size, and there have been unconfirmed reports of lightning striking the lows on the south side of Pueblo. It was a loud crashing sound. Thanks, Renee. That was a great report. That was from a couple hours ago. So that was when we were on live a couple hours ago as the storms were moving through the Pueblo area. All right. Well, that's what we got going on. All right, Hasty. You got a nice little hail core to your west. So you're going to pick up on a little bit of hail. Looks like that hail core it's not looking like the largest hail core I've ever seen. Maybe a little bit of marble size hail, possibility of up to quarter size hail. But I think what we're looking at here is primarily strong winds. And that's going to be in excess of 60 miles per hour. Okay. All right. So that is your active severe thunderstorm warning in effect for the next 39 minutes. And this entire line will probably be out of here in the next 2 to 3 hours. Storms are building back across parts of the foothills and the Front Range, and we'll still likely see the possibility of a few storms in northern Teller County. And I want to show you that really, really fast here. because I feel like, before I let you go, the model was picking up on that very well a little earlier today. 1 second. I wish so much I could click in and click out of these frames here, but it's going to make me put it in play mode, which is not helpful. Let's see. Here we go. So you can see through 6, 7 o'clock this evening, our HRRR model is still taking storms through parts of El Paso and Pueblo County. That's a possibility, but we don't suspect those storms to be strong to severe here along the I-25 corridor over the next couple of hours. I think our severe weather threat is winding down after about 8 o'clock this evening. So with the residual storms we have across the region right now, I think that's our last little line, which is producing some strong winds and the possibility of a little bit of hail. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and log off. And thank you for joining us on Peaks to Plains on our 24/7 channel. We get a few of you viewers here on Facebook and on social media, but we get a large portion of you all kind of tuning in on our 24/7 channel. If you have not downloaded the app, certainly encourage you to do so. It can always serve as a digital shoulder tap to let you know when storms are in your region, when large hail is approaching your area. And that is what we're here for, is to join with the community and do our weather together. So it's a great thing. And always make sure you're streaming us as well at home, because if you stream Netflix at home, you can stream Peaks to Plains. We get into fall and winter, and we've got these big systems coming in and likely going to give us a lot of heavy snow. You want to be able to look at every quadrant of the state, right? I mean, we're going to get snow up across parts of the Rockies, and we have that 24/7 channel going for you, where even when Matt and I are not on in those moments, we still have weather data that we're feeding you on that 24/7 channel. So it's really important. All right, with that said, we're going to go ahead and log off here. Leave your questions, your comments below if you would